All right, I have another fruit today. This is an elephant mango, giant green elephant mango. And I have a few other mangoes here to compare the scale. So here's a red mango, the red mango, and a Tolfo mango. You can tell that these are much smaller. And then we have the giant mango. There's a big difference. And there was a big difference in cost. I got this at an Asian grocery store, and I had a little lady walk by while I was looking at these, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you don't want to get ones that are soft. You want to get them more firm." So when stuff like that happens, I'm like, "Okay, I believe you." So I went for one that was more firm, and then when I got up to the register, the little old lady working the register was like, "Are you sure you want this? This is going to be a lot of money." And I'm like, "I know. I saw the price. I know what I'm doing." So I'm sure that in other parts of the world where these are easy to come by, these are not very expensive at all. But in my area, from the Asian grocery store, it was a lot. So I'm going to give this a shot and see if they're any good after being imported, and then compare them to the other mangoes and see how they stack up. So I do have to improve on my mango cutting skills. I've seen some pretty creatively cut and very cleanly cut mangoes. But this smells pretty good. We'll go in for the taste test. Let me cut off more of this skin, and then we'll get a nice big piece here. All right, I got a chunk. It's pretty good. It's not like outrageously good. Worth the price? Maybe not. I have heard that every region that has its own mangoes swears that its mangoes are the best. Which I get. That's fine. Let me get some more of this flesh, and we'll confirm here. I'm not just going to go off of the first piece. Yeah, I'm getting more of that flavor. It's pretty solid taste. Make a mess of myself. Get this all over my face. All right, I have cut up all three mangoes, and we're gonna do the taste test and pick out some differences. So I have learned over time that different people have different preferences with their preferred mangoes. Some people like them pretty soft. Some people like them firm or stiff. And then there's different camps, and they're like, "No, you can't do it that way." And it's interesting. I don't know if there's a definitive mango methodology. People have their preferences, but I'm gonna try what I've got here. This is turning out to be not very scientific at all. But let's have some more of the giant mango as our baseline. I think it's pretty smooth, this one in particular. And it kind of strikes me as what I prefer with a mango is I kind of like that smooth taste. But let Let me go for some of the red mango. This is going to be a big old chunk. And this one, it has like a brighter taste. Kind of got a more, I want to say, impactful flavor. That doesn't mean it's a better flavor, in my opinion. I still feel like I like the giant mango better because of the smoothness, but like this is still really good, but the angle that it has on it isn't like my preference, I guess. Like if I were to turn that into a smoothie, I'm sure it would be amazing. But just as a fruit, I think if I was going to choose, I think I'd like the big one better because of that smoothness, because that's my preference. And that's just more of the big one. Yeah. So now let's go for the Atolfo mango. And my memory of that has always been that it's smooth, and I generally preferred the Atolfo for that characteristic. So it kind of jives with what I'm getting from the elephant mango. So got a chunk. This is a bigger chunk than the other one. So in some ways, it's got characteristics of the red mango. There's a little bit of a hint of a tangy brightness to it, but it's also got some smoothness to it, but it's more mellow than the big mango. And you're like, having these side by side, you can really pick out the differences. That's interesting. I thought they were going to be more similar than they are. But the big mango is much more smooth and kind of a uniform taste versus the Atolfo. More of the Atolfo. And I think it may come down to the ripeness level. All three of these are pretty soft. But I think there might be a little bit of variance there. And then it's going to come down to, obviously, they're different varieties, so they're a little bit more fibrous, I think, than one another. There's going to be some variance. And then the level of ripeness is going to affect the fibrousness, so it's affecting the flavor. But it's still really good. Like if I were to put all these in a smoothie, like I said, it'd be a bomb smoothie. These are all good in their own right. But I feel like, yeah, I came into this not being impressed by the big mango, but I actually quite like it. It's different from others that I've had. Is it worth $15 on its own? Probably not. Is it delicious? Yes, absolutely. And I think I could finish this whole bowl and just be full off of mango. Alright, I do want to go in for some more of the Atolfo mango. Just for a little more comparison. Okay. So if I had to rank them, for my personal preference, I think the giant mango is going to edge out the Atolfo by like just a little bit. And with the caveat that I think, depending on my mood on a given day, I might prefer the Atolfo to the giant mango. Maybe whatever I'm feeling that morning or whatever. Might want some Atolfo mango for that particular flavor angle, or I might want the giant mango. So it's a close battle between those two. And then I think the red mango in this case comes in third. It's good, but it's not what I would seek out. I know there's so many different types of red mangoes, but this one is just not doing it for me. I have got to find some more for sure, because there's so many mango varieties. But this one that I've got today is the third place. But I am glad that I did this comparison, because these are all delicious, and now I kind of have a better understanding of what these flavor profiles are doing when they're side by side. So it's definitely interesting and delicious. So this whole thing feels like I've been rambling. So if that was any interest to you, thanks for sticking around. If you have different types of mangoes in your region, then congratulations, you're very fortunate for that you get to enjoy those on a regular basis and don't have to shell out a pretty penny like I did for this giant mango. Anyway, that's enough for me. So I will see you guys in the next one, and hopefully be trying out another delicious fruit and making comparisons.